when we are running this application, we are getting response on our terminal. Let me change the window so you get the better idea. We are using our browser. So this time HTML will open on our Edge browser. If we provide 2 and 2 and add, then this is blank. We are getting our response on terminal, but we want some response to show on the client side. To do so, what we can do is we can take help of another methods, which is request, not request, REQ, which means HTTP servlet request object dot get writer, not request dot get writer. We have to get the get writer method from response, because the HTTP servlet response is going to be responsible to send the response back to the client side. HTTP servlet request is accessing the request, HTTP request, which is coming from the client side. This one, HTTP servlet request, this is responsible to receive the HTTP request and the data which is coming with HTTP request, and the HTTP servlet response is responsible to send the response back, HTML page back to the client with the data that we are trying to send with the HTTP response. Even in this case, we are getting the HTML page, but it is blank. So we have to send some data back with HTTP response. In HTTP response, let me run this application one more time. Let me clear the command and let's run the application. Yes, save it. Select the server. Suppose 2 plus 2, we are getting the page, but it is blank. This is the page that is server is sending through the HTTP servlet response through this one. But as we are not providing any data to it, this page is coming blank to the client side. We are client side, it is blank. We have to populate this page, which is blank right now, with some data. To do so, we are going to take help of some methods from HTTP servlet response. As a RESP have the instance of HTTP servlet response, so we can use it to get the method. Let's throw the exception, and this method will return print, and we are storing it in reference out. What's wrong with this? Print element. Again, we have to import this, or it is print writer. Yes, it is print writer. So response.getWriter method is returning print writer. You can see here, it is returning print writer, and we have stored it in out. We are using out to print. Let's print the value that we have captured through the HTTP servlet request using the method getParameter. So let's print the value 1. No, not in that. and let's also print the value 2. Let me remove this one. So now our response is going to get printed to the client side because we have populated the response HTTP response that is coming from the server as an HTML page with data. Let's run this application. Suppose 3 and 1. Nothing is got printed. Let me see what happened. So here is the problem. Our form action, the URL pattern is calling servlet 2. We don't have to call servlet 2, we have to call servlet 1. Now if we try, not on this one. Now if we try to run on server our application, then I am pretty sure it is going to work. Coding Mirchi. It is printed right here. So we successfully make front end through HTML, which is getting presented on a client side when someone is going to suppose abc.com. Then abc.com is redirecting that same request to the server. Server is presenting us with the HTML page which is we have on our server. Then we have making request by providing some data. Then that data is going through HTTP request to the server. Then on our server, our web.xml file is making relationship between the HTML and servlet, and then that servlet is extracting that data from the HTTP request through the method get parameter. We are storing that data inside a string. Then through the HTTP servlet response, we are calling the method getWriter, which is responsible to write the response back, or you can say the populate the HTML page back through the HTTP response to the line.